All right, we're going to go to the phone lines now. We've got our first caller to Soccer AM this morning, Steve Wraith. Come on down. Are you there, Steve?
Yes, hi.
Morning, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks very much. I'd just like to say, well, it's basically about last week. There was a couple of fans sent in a cutting of me in my Newcastle United shirt. I've got no hair, do you remember the photo last week? Apparently there was some comment made about us looking a little bit like a football hooligan. Well, I'm not actually a football hooligan.
Hang on, were you photographed with alongside the Sunderland fan?
This is right. This is the news I'm phoning up. Basically, I'm part of a group called We Are United. I actually run the Newcastle United fanzine, the number 9. And we've amalgamated with the Sunderland supporters in a campaign to overturn the ban on away fans in Newcastle United and Sunderland games next season. We feel the decision is ludicrous, and we still haven't actually found out who's enforced the ban. The police and the clubs are both passing the buck between each other, and Newcastle United fans and Sunderland fans are just incensed at the fact that we're deprived from going to each other's games. Sunderland have said that it's a safety issue, but if it's a safety issue, why are Middlesbrough fans allowed to go to Sunderland and St James's Park when that is also a local derby?
This is it, because we raised this issue last week, didn't we? Gave it quite a lot of coverage and asked all our guests, and nobody can really see any reason why Newcastle and Sunderland shouldn't be allowed to meet at the local derbies. Mickey, let's get your point of view.
No, I mean, obviously coming from Sunderland, I'm aware of the fierce rivalry between the two clubs, but I think over the years there's never been a great deal of trouble involved at either ground. So I certainly can't pinpoint a reason why the ban has been enforced or lifted.
Yeah, what can happen now? Steve, what can happen? Because you say the club and the police are passing the buck between one and the other.
Yeah, that's right. When we've had contact with the Premier League, we've had contact with independent supporters associations involved with Liverpool, Everton and Manchester United. Liverpool and Everton fans are also worried because their allocation of tickets for derby matches have also been reduced. And we're just afraid that it could be a part of a grandiose plan, maybe by the FA, possibly even at a higher level, to maybe ban away supporters altogether. Newcastle and Sunderland have both come out and said they're trying to ease us off by saying you can come and watch it at St James's Park and Roker Park on a giant TV screen, you know, the two away games. But I mean, that's not the same as being there. We've also had contact with some of the players, and obviously I went down to training Wednesday, and the players aren't happy about it because obviously, I mean, a couple of the players have said when we score a goal at Roker Park, obviously the winning goal, of course, you know, it's not going to be much fun having nobody to to cheer in front or to cheer us on. But no, I mean, it's good to see that Newcastle United and Sunderland supporters have actually been united. I mean, the press, the media are making us out to be the ultimate rivals. You know, that it really is hate, but I mean, it's not like that. Newcastle United and Sunderland fans can unite. That's what it's all about. Today we're actually going to be in Sunderland City Centre with the Petition. We were in Newcastle City Centre last week. We've got over 4,000 signatures. And the campaign's going on down to Wembley at the Charity Shield. We've got Manchester United supporters help down there. And, you know, we're hoping to overturn this decision. It's really for the good of all football fans, not just Newcastle United and Sunderland fans.
Right, where are you going to take that petition to?
It's at the Bridges Shopping Centre in Sunderland. But when eventually all the signatures have been collected, we're going to present it to the police and the clubs. We're hoping to have a meeting in the next couple of weeks between the police and the clubs. That's if we can, you know, persuade them to come around the table. They don't seem to be too interested in doing anything like that.
You must fear, Steve, that you're not actually going to be able to resolve this, and that at least for a year you're not going to be able to go to the away match.
This is it. I mean, it is ludicrous. I mean, obviously you don't get anything unless you try, do you? I mean, you know, the last thing I would want to do is to, you know, just to sit back and let the police and the football clubs get away with this. I mean, it is ludicrous to say that you can't control 1,000 people. The interesting point as well is that the 1,000 people who travel to Roker and travel to St James's Park are actually season ticket holders, even possibly bond holders and platinum club holders. And it means that they're all on the computer at the clubs. So if you're actually caught causing trouble at these matches, then your ticket will be taken off you. And I mean, that's a big enough threat as it is, without without trying to say, well, you know, I mean, cutting away from that, last season against Arsenal, Newcastle were actually offered 6,000 tickets for the Arsenal game. Now, a person who I'll not name for libelous reasons actually managed to knock our allocation down to 1,500 because he doesn't agree with Newcastle United supporters travelling to away games. Now, that to my mind is ridiculous. I mean, you know, if you've got somebody at your own club saying that Newcastle United fans are going to go away and cause trouble, then I think you're right, we probably will be fighting a losing battle. But at the end of the day, you know, we want to go to Sunderland. The Sunderland fans want to come to St James's, and I mean, I hope you agree with that. I mean, Mickey as well. I mean, being a away side, as he says, I mean, it is ludicrous, and you know, we want as much support from people up and down the country as possible. And we need a lot of national attention, because at the moment it's only local attention and media attention we're getting. And we need this to be a national issue, because if it happens in Newcastle and Sunderland, what's to say it's not going to happen elsewhere in the country?
But for the game itself, I mean, the beauty of derby games is the atmosphere that it generates. Yeah. And if you've only got one set of supporters there, then it's never going to generate the atmosphere of having both sets.
And just defeats the whole object.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, what's the point of having a derby game against two local sides if there's not going to be any atmosphere?
I wonder what would happen if they stopped it in Celtic Rangers matches.
I mean, there'd be uproar.
Also, the problem is, are you not going to get people who are going to go anyway, and then it's all going to end up in the town centre, outside the grounds?
That's right. That's exactly what could happen.
Because then you don't get the true fans then either, do you?
That's right. The people just go along for the trouble that they actually foresee coming. So for me, it's much better to have everyone inside the ground, where you can keep a close eye on it and not allow the trouble to erupt. But the way it is, you get a lot of people turning up to watch the game without tickets, and that ignites trouble. So for the sake of not causing trouble, let's allow the fans to go and watch the game.
Maybe early kick-off as well, because
I'm fighting my brother's corner here, by the way. Because he'd be wanting to go to Newcastle, see?
Right. Yeah, because maybe early kick-off might be one solution. I know that the great Torquay Exeter derby is always Boxing Day, 11 a.m. So, and it is very subdued, because there are no pubs open.
Well, it's very difficult not to be subdued with 20 people there.
Right.
Straight into the mood of things.
Upset me, and you just upset me. There's just you
I'll keep
to
my
go.
mouth shut.
So